Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to Lozy PC and welcome back to War in the West. So let us have a little look at how things are going at the moment. I'd like to give a big thanks to Salty Dodger on YouTube for your comments. They've been exceptionally useful, and we will be looking at some of those and kind of using them to assist us. Now, interestingly, the Italians haven't quite surrendered yet, which is definitely intriguing, or switch sides. So that is very good. We're going to have a look at kind of how things have gone over the past few days. We've got the Italians retreating there, and up here, Italians holding. Very nice. And causing some damage actually to the allies. Although, gone to that, we did lose a load of fighters. So, something that we are going to do is we're going to go to. I can't remember where this is. Might be in this wall, air doctrine screen. This is what we're going to do. So, something that we're going to do is for superiority. We've had the suggestion to have higher height. Now, something else as well, in regards to not seeing combat, it's because we're not supposed to, is what we believe is going on. Now, something that I think I'm going to have to be careful with is over here. It does seem that we're kind of somewhat getting drawn in to a little bit of fights with the allies in regards to air. Although, on the most part, we don't seem to be doing too bad. Bombing is obviously not great, and I'm not super happy about that. Losing aircraft to the P-47s also isn't good. We will check the combat. Yeah, it seems that the allies are flying a bit higher than us. So if we kind of take a moment here, and if we go to the air superiority, which is this one, we know Luftwaffe 2, for example, in Italy is kind of, keen on that. But if we go to Luftwaffe Reich, which is our kind of main one, and we have a look at, say, the G6s, we can see that their max altitude is 38,000. So if we increase our altitude a little bit, they might be able to kind of dive down and catch the enemies unaware. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Air Doctrine, which is here. And this is for Luftwaffe Reich at the moment. We're going to set this to 30,000 feet. And that is going to allow them to fly nice and high. So we'll see how they end up getting on over there. Now, Luftwaffe 2 down in the, down in Italy. If we kind of have a quick look at let me close that a second. If we go map information and we go over here, we can see that we're still kind of got air superiority around. We should also have ground attack. Yeah, we've got ground attack down there as well. So again, we're going to go into the air doctrine screen. Now, something that I do want to do, ground attack, I am going to allow friendly hex interdiction. And the reason for that is it is going to hopefully increase the interdiction that we've been trying to do. And I'm going to put these at 27,500 feet above Italy to see how they kind of get on. But elsewhere, I think generally our air is kind of how I want it to be doing. Now, let's just have a look and see what's been happening over here in regards to air combat. Some B-26s tried to fly over. We lost a couple of fighters, but we seemingly did okay down in south there. We've got naval interdiction a bit. Yeah, we seem to be doing actually surprisingly pretty good against the ally aircraft in Italy. They don't seem to be having the best of days. So they are trying their own interdiction. You can kind of see that it would appear that Axe is trying his best to kind of prevent me from moving too much backwards. which is not the worst idea in the world, really. Now, something that we can see is that I believe the interdiction is kind of going somewhat our way, and we're going to see how that increases. But yeah, that's kind of intriguing to say the least. So what we're actually going to do, because I don't necessarily want to change too much in regards to our combat and our air combat, we're going to skip forward and allow the air directives to be carried out. I'm going to zoom out a bit, just because we don't want to, cause anyone any issues in regards to flashing lights. Something that we always have to kind of be aware of. So yeah, it's kind of intriguing at the moment, if you ask me, in regards to the Italian front. Again, you know, we did have a bit of combat over here. And yeah, air superiority, we seemingly shot down. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, we shot down 6 Spitfires. So suddenly, much better. You know, the JG3 managed to get 4 of those kills. Now, they're actually flying at 25,000 feet. They should be higher than that, but never mind too much, I suppose. Let's go back to info screens. No, not that one. This one. Same again here near Essen as well. Shooting down a fair few. Yeah, some Spitfire Mark 5Cs and Mark 5Bs. So again, relatively good. If we go to our graphs, which is always an interesting one. If we go to air execution total losses, we're actually generally losses, sorties per loss is about the same. The Allies have flown a lot less, although they will have their next turn, so that will be intriguing. But I do feel like we're not doing too bad there. It will be interesting to see. Now then, let's shift down. We do have some more units, I think, that have turned up this week, so that will be also important to see. What is the level of air interdiction now at the moment? That's recon levels, that's what I want. Again, doesn't seem to be too great in regards to what we've managed to do, but we'll keep an eye on things. Now, again, let's take that off. Let us try to pen the Allies in. Now, the Schmalz Panzer Grenadier Brigade, I'm going to move that to the north. That can kind of get itself out of here. I'm going to kind of shift the Hermann Goering Division as well, so we don't end up losing that as such. We've got an Italian Coastal Division now, which I'm not super stoked to be using. I'm going to move the Piceno Division south, because it does seem that some of the Italian divisions are holding pretty well. Now, what I am going to do is, can I select both of these? I can. So if I'm going to use here, the... oh, their defense is really high. That's not good. Yeah. The defense combat value is really high there, and I'd rather not just suddenly rush into a fight like that. Now, what I could do is I could try to hit the Allied infantry units down here, but what we've got here is 3 British divisions. Sorry, 2 British divisions and an American division, which, to be honest, is kind of... it's going to be a bit rough. So what we're going to do instead is, if we fall back... I'm trying to think when could we... yeah, let's fall back into these hills. Just to kind of make it, again, as difficult as possible for Axe to get troops around. Can these guys move? They can. I'm going to move them up to Bari. There is some RO43s that are going to be stuck there, but I mean, look at them, it's fine. Now, how far can these move back? Okay, cool. They can move behind the river as well. So again, almost kind of causing ourselves to dig in a little bit down to the south. Now, some people have said, why am I, not building the line from Naples? Yeah, I kind of, want to see how things go, and kind of see if we can set Naples up as a bit of a thorn in Axe's side. He's going to have to try and really commit to dealing with that. Then and he can't just kind of break through it. So we will keep an eye with what's going on there. Elsewhere, how are these zones getting on? Seem like they're getting themselves pretty well dug in. Can I split this unit yet? Now, supply-wise, they seem to be doing pretty well. Fuel, they've got plenty. Ammo, they've got plenty. Seem pretty good on morale as well. I'm just kind of looking at supply. I want to see their supply priority. Okay, so these guys are green, which would suggest that they've got the top priority. And what is their supply priority? Priority 4. Okay, so I'm guessing it means the lower it is, the more important it becomes. So let's change these. How do I do that again? I think I've got to change it here. Supply priority 4. So that they can get as much as they need as soon as possible. Now, we've got the 3rd Panzer Grenadiers as well. Can I break that down? I can't. Something that I like it seems to be the thing with this. Sometimes they just don't break divisions down as you kind of want them to, which is a bit odd. Now, weirdly, well, not weirdly as such, these guys are assigned to the 1st Army, which we don't necessarily need them to be. So what I'm going to do is, if we go to that one, HQ, there is Army Group C. There's also the 19th Italian Corps. So we'll attach it to Army Group C like it was, just to kind of keep it from, having excess and confusing connections. So that should be fine. Now let's have a look what's turned up today. So the 74th Corps has turned up at OKW. The 1st SS Panzer Corps, the 2nd SS Panzer Corps, as well as the 621st Ost Infantry Battalion, 787th Turkestani Infantry Battalion, North Caucasian, and the Armenian Battalion to the 14th Panzer Corps. Now, where is the 14th Panzer Corps? Order of battle screen, OKW. Now, I'm not sure where that could be, actually. Oh God, I'm clicking through everything here. This is going to be a nightmare. Army Group C, maybe? Yes, there, 14th Panzer Corps. Okay. So we could give it to one of our units here, but I'm going to not give it to them. We have got the 16th Panzer Division. What have they got attached to them? 36 armored cars, 93 motorized rifle squads. Okay. 36 Panzer Grenadier squads as well. Okay, so I don't necessarily think these guys need too many infantry. 29th, again, a lot of motorized rifle, which of course, makes sense. That it's motorized rifle. I don't think they need much. What about the Fallschirmjäger? 15,000 troops, 333 Fallschirmjäger squads. Um, hmm. I've also got 14 Stugs as well, Stug 3Gs. And that's without them having any assigned units. Intriguing. Now, it is only going to be attached to the 14th Panzer Corps, which I don't know if they can actually have much more assigned to them. We can assign extra Stugs to the Hermann Goering division, or we could attach it to the Schmalz Panzer Grenadier Brigade. Oh, no, they're attached to the Italian 6th Army, so no, won't. Okay, yeah, let's make the Hermann Goering division even stronger. Let's add some Armenian infantry to them, as well as some Stugs. So now that gives them... I'm not actually quite sure exactly how many infantry that gives them. So 35 rifle squads plus 12 machine guns. Nothing major, but better than nothing. The Stugs come with 18 Stug 3Gs, of which 4 are damaged but coming, and 9 Stur 42, so Sturmhowitzer 42s. Okay, yeah, that seems fine. So that means they've got fucking shit tons of tanks, because 196 armored vehicles, including 32 Tiger tanks. So yeah, that should be a little tricky for Invictus, not Invictus, Axe to break through, but we'll see. I don't know exactly how good it's going to be. And again, we can see here that something we have is a large amount of allied units that kind of are going to cause us a problem. Now, there has been some battles up here. It does seem that, Axe has been doing relatively okay with these fights. And even here you can see that we've had units retreat from the 1st Infantry, the American 1st Infantry Division. So, yeah, not perfect for us. Where is the 1st Infantry Division? That's the 9th. It's a Ranger detachment. 82nd. So it could be bloody anywhere. But we're going to recapture... Oh, there they are. Recapture one of the depots for no other reason than we kind of can. Okay. No point trying to fight there because it's not going to do anything. Now, we have got... That's a fortress brigade. We have got a Panzer Grenadier division here that I want to try to get to Italy, but insufficient port capacity to load the unit, which is what is worrying me. Because where the hell can I send them? Because this is the biggest port that they have, apart from Porto Vecchio. This is where things come tricky. I don't know how to move these. So I don't really want to lose them. I want to get them into Italy because they'll be very useful. So that's fine. Oh, we didn't check what air units turned up today. So some JG3s to Luftwaffe Reich. And some, some 109s and some 110s as well. Okay, cool. We'll deploy those 109s. What we will also do as well, of course, to carry on what we've been doing, is we are going to build some fortresses, continue expanding the Atlantic Wall. I'm kind of curious as well as to what, what we might get from, from Axe. Like, is he gonna do Normandy as a landing point, or is he going to go bold and land somewhere else? You know, it's like one of those things where I feel like he's possibly the type of person who might make it where actually he's going to do something a little bit more funky. Um, but we will have to wait and see what the situation is. Now, I'm going to deploy some anti-air units. Just kind of throughout Normandy as well. You know, mostly armed with 20 millimeters. There's some flak verliering here. 88s, which is always good. We like 88s. We're going to deploy one up here as well at the Cherbourg garrison, which is part of the 7th Army. Actually, we can assign a fortress construction to them. So the other part, the 709th, can get that. What about these guys? What can we get? Heavy Panzer Jaeger Battalion or a mixed flag battalion. Let's do that. And we'll give the tanks of the 15th Army nothing. They can't get anything to support them. Ah, bugger. Bugger. Okay. So deploying those air forces assigned from national reserves. Let us deploy number 3 JG3. And then what we will do is slightly further behind the lines, let us deploy these Luftwaffe, these 110s. We'll even deploy them Romanian units as well. Slightly further to the north, we're going to deploy JG 27, I think it was, we just deployed there. And near Oldenburg, let's deploy JG 301. Again, just gives us a few more aircraft to piss about with. I don't know. Yeah, that's just Luftwaffe right there. Gives us just a little bit more. So I think generally, again, we kind of are doing pretty solidly in regards to holding in Axe off. Of course, I'm not 100% sure. I could be totally wrong. But seemingly, it seems okay. What is our industry looking like? That's recon levels. What is our industry? Where is it? Where's the industry button? Info screens. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm after. So he is hammering the Ruhr Valley and Hamburg, but a few other places being hit, a few vehicles. How are we doing in our production then? Heavy industry, we've got quite a lot damaged, but not that much really. We're about 10% down, less than 10% actually. So I'm okay with that at the moment. And it doesn't look like he's damaged any of our production facilities either, which is good. It's quite nice not to have stuff being destroyed or damaged. Yeah, good. Now, armaments pool slightly increasing, manpower is about the same. Fuels. Yeah, again, I think generally it seems like we're okay. It'll be interesting to see how he ramps that up. Again, go to map information and air battles, particularly let's say over here. That was a lot there. It's no one really fighting at night over here, which is a little bit of a problem, I think. That's something we could maybe deal with. But then what about over here? There is more aircraft flying. Now that was a bad one for us. Hmm. I'm wondering if what we need to do next time is make sure that we just set up more night fighters. Because a lot of these are happening during the day. And interestingly, he seems to be using his B-17s a lot of the place. So the what you call it? The British Bomber Command, I'm not really seeing a lot from them. I don't know whether that's a case of Axe is slowly taking his time to upgrade them, because something that British Bomber Command is good at doing is upgrading to, what you call it, you know, that you can fly them with Sterlings, but there's a load of Lancasters if you want to give it to them. So I'm curious as if that's what he's doing. So we will see. We will see. So, thank you very much for joining us here today. We will be back with some more War in the West very soon. Interesting time period, I think. Interesting to see. I'm still a bit nervous about the Italians, and I'm expecting them to break at any moment. I need to work out how I'm going to get the 90th Panzer Grenadiers from Sardinia. But our defensive line seems to be pretty good. Looking at where we actually have gaps, we've got 3 gaps. We've got 3 units over here that can fill them. So, yeah, I think it would be quite tough for Axe to get through. And we've also got Panzer Grenadier divisions turning up. Well, we've got 4 divisions turning up next turn. So we'll have a bit more flexibility there. Now, they are turning up to OKW, but that means we can kind of deploy them wherever we need to. So that could be intriguing. Perhaps maybe it is something where we deploy them to kind of almost deal with Axe down there. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, until next time, everybody, have a very, very good day. I'll see you soon. Bye.